All right, folks, I have another video for you today, and this one is a doozy, and this is a continuous thing with the transgender movement, right? This is a continuous thing as we discuss the transgender athletes, right? Those who are transitioning to whatever transitioning they're doing, to whether it's a woman or a man, they are participating in a sport that biologically they should not be participating in. So I do have a short video to go over concerning that. But before I do that, I do want to make sure that you are subscribing to the Gospel Truth. Make sure you hit that notification bell and that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay in the loop with the Gospel Truth that's going on. You don't want to miss out on any interviews, debates, or commentaries such as this one that I have before you. All right, so make sure you are subscribing and hitting that notification bell. All right, that said, like I said, it's already out of hand, right? It's already a bit bonkers to see men calling themselves women and participating in women's sports, right? It's always just weird, and this continues to happen. Right? You never see a female that's transitioning to a man participating in a man's sport, because we know what would happen. That woman would get destroyed if that woman were to try to say that she's a man and participate in a man category of sports. But it always seems to be the man that is transitioning to a woman or trying to be a woman that decides to participate in a woman's category of a sport. And this one is no different. This has to do with a man participating in a marathon and where he beat 14,000 women in a London marathon. But I don't want to tell the whole thing, but let's go over it and then I'll comment as the video proceeds.
Girl power. So having done them in different places, how does this compare? London.
And as soon as the video starts, he yells, "Girl power," right? Girl power. He screams girl power. This individual is a man. You could tell on the facial structure that this individual is a man. So there's no such thing as girl power with him. This individual is completely delusional if he thinks he's a girl. There's no such thing as girl power as it concerns this individual.
Is the best, without a shadow of a doubt. So it's my beautiful.
And as you can see, he said London is the best. This marathon is taking place in the London Marathon. And as you can see, there are a lot of runners there. And apparently this London, I guess the category of men, those are running right now are men. But this individual just got done participating in the female category. So as we can see in the video footage here, there are men running by in the marathon. This is the man's category. And they're interviewing this individual. This individual just got done running into the women's category, and where he smoked 14,000 women. And it's not other. I shouldn't have said that. He's not a woman. He's not a lady. He's not a woman. He's not a female. But apparently he smoked 14,000 biological women. As a biological man, he smoked and beat 14,000 biological women, which is a complete and utter shame.
Son, he's having a baby, so I'm going to be a Granny G.
And you see that? I'm going to be a Granny G. No, you're not going to be a granny in anything. You are a man. If anything, you'll be a grandpa. You'll be a pawpaw, a grandpa, right? You're not going to be a granny anything. You are not a woman, sir. When you pass away and they dig your bones up, they are going to identify the skeletal remains of you being a woman. That's just, as a man. That is just simply scientific fact that you are a man. So there will be no Granny G for this individual. And as you see, trans runner Glennick Franks viral BBC interview, has it been ripped for creating girl power. So in other words, I guess this individual is getting torn apart for claiming girl power when, as you can see, this is really a man, right? So once again, there's no girl power here, and apparently this individual is getting ripped for it. And as you see, after beating nearly 14,000 others in the female category of a London Marathon, absolutely ridiculous. All these women, opportunity and chances and potential has been ripped away by this biological man, by this man stealing and cheating these women out of a chance to win gold in this marathon. 14,000 biological women. Absolutely incredible. The rainbow clad racer competed as Glenn Frank. As you can see, he competed as a man in November 6th in a New York marathon. And he probably got destroyed by the other men. So what does this dude do? He goes and transitions to a woman, right? He goes and transitions to a woman, or attempts to, and participates in the woman category and smokes the field. 14,000 women. Absolutely insane. But he's probably sucked as a man. This is what they typically do. And as you see, Glenn Frank, that is his name in the marathon roster during the time when he participated as a man. And there you see, and to see the New York Post is encouraging his behavior by saying that her Facebook, no, it's a he, his Facebook page still features a 2019 photo of himself as a balding man. That is a man. It's funny how they show a picture of this individual as a man, but yet articles like the New York Post or journalists like the New York Post, news outlets like the New York Post, will attempt to shove that nonsense into their videos and their writings when the picture clearly shows a grown man, a balding man. How ridiculous is that? It's a balding man, literally a balding man. And they will try to say her and herself. That's not this dude's pronouns. It's ridiculous that we see a picture of this individual as a balding man and they will try to shove the her there. This is absolutely silly. Yeah, certainly you did stir up the Hornets Nest. You definitely did stir up the Hornets Nest, Glenn, in your behavior, because you cheated 14,000 women out of the opportunity to win gold because you are a biological man, and if we obey science or what science says, and we obey God and what God says about the understanding of man's physical nature, a man is obviously physically dominant over a woman. In bone density, muscle structure, whatever you want to name, a man is different, just physically different. And we're built for something else. So when you participate against women in athletic competitions, you're going to smoke them. You're going to destroy them. We have seen it too often, too many times where a man absolutely obliterates females in categories that are physical. I mean, it's ridiculous. So Glenn, you certainly stirred the Hornet's Nest in your behavior and in your actions. And as a little bit of follow-up for this, from what I understand is that he stirred up the Hornet's Nest so much that now he's came out and said that he's thinking about giving the medal back and giving up the medal that he won from the London Marathon. As he should, because technically it's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheated these women out of an opportunity. That said, I do want to share this verse here because I think there's biblical principle here. In Genesis 5:2, it says, he created them male and female. He blessed them and named them man or mankind, depending what version of Bible you got, in the day when they were created. So here it is. God clearly says that he created them male and female. God has given distinctions between the two categories, and he's only giving two categories. He's not giving a him, her, they, them, Caesar, whatever other category there is out there. He's not giving these multiple categories of gender. There's only two genders, male and female, and they are built differently, structurally different. Even mentally, they're different. They operate in different ways. Now, this is not me saying that man and female are not equally valuable. They are equally valuable. But what I am saying is that God has created them, man and female, with different ways of thinking. different muscle structure, physically different. And God purposely did that because it was his will to do it. But here it is that this culture we live in is making it extremely difficult to understand something that should be as simple as it should be so simple. It's only 2 categories. So that is all I have for you today. And, just continue to speak out against this stuff, because this stuff is insane. If you see it in where you live, in your schools, in your culture, in your area, speak out against it. Don't hesitate. Don't bite your tongue, because this is important, that we speak out against this stuff. So just continue to speak out against this stuff and continue to push the word of God out there and stand up against this ridiculous culture that says that a man can be a woman and totally destroy women in physical activities and steal from them and cheat them. That is absolutely ridiculous. With that said, make sure that you are subscribing to the Gospel Truth. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay in the loop with Gospel Truth has going on. You don't miss out on any interviews, debates, or commentaries. All right, take care. God bless.